The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 365 of your daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Kill Tony playing cards from First Playing Cards. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. But before we start, these are still fully sealed, so we're going to have to crack that cellophane. And now that we have that cellophane cracked, we can see that it's in a like a more of a satin. It's not a matte and it's not glossy, so a satin yellow finished tuck box with that Kill Tony logo on the front there in that red and black colorway there. Looks like the slash through it, and then you got the knife for the eye and the kill there. And it is embossed, so you can feel the texture of it. On one side it's just yellow, the other side also just yellow, so a pretty like plain tuck box. On the bottom though, you got the information. You got the First Playing Cards code by Chris Ramsay there. That's also embossed. And it's made by a United States plate company, made in the USA. Then on the back, it's just that satin, like kind of yellow, like the semi-gloss kind of yellow. There, and for the seal, it's a black stamp style seal with the little Kill Tony logo on it. And then like the two pistols turning into mics there, like the revolvers there. And then you got a little black square, white square around it. And then there's nothing on the top, just that yellow colorway. So a pretty simplistic talk box. Was pretty much the only design on it is that Kill Tony logo there on the front there. And if you don't know what Kill Tony is, I don't barely know what it is either. But I heard that it's a podcast, a really popular podcast. So that's pretty much all I know. But now we'll crack that seal, grab our handy dandy card opener, and crack those open. And then on the tuck flap is just that yellow color, and the same as the inner tuck flaps. Now we take the cards out of the box. On the inside tuck box, it is slightly custom. It's a glossy black finish on the inside there, with that kind of knife pattern throughout the inside of the tuck box there. So nice to see a little bit of a customization. It's not just like a yellow color like the outside of the tuck box or anything like that. But now that we took a look at the talk box, time to take a look at the cards. And first we'll start with the back design. So here we have a mirrored back design with the standard white border going around. It took a darker yellow color. It's a darker yellow colorway there for the back. There's a background there. Then you got the Kill Tony logo over top there. You got the red and the black colorway there for the logo. And you got that kind of knife, kind of like slash there. And then you got like the blood splatter all over like the corners of the bottom of the card there. And it is mirrored, so if you flip it over, same design in both directions. Now for the cards you get with the deck. And here we start with the first Joker. It says Joker, Joker there. And then you got a bucket with the Kill Tony logo on it. I'm not sure what those little it's inside the bucket. And then you got a second identical Joker there. And then for the custom Ace of Spades, you got the big spade there. And it says Kill Tony in the middle. And then like the kind of like the knife slash, kind of slash the spade in half because it's not like perfectly lined up. It's almost like it's been cut in half there. And then the rest of the spades, they look pretty standard there. So pretty much a standard deck of cards there. Then we get to the Jack, Queen, and King of spades here. And they're slightly custom with that custom colorway and the custom faces. I'm not entirely sure who the faces are, but I'm gonna guess they're people from the Kill Tony like crew and podcast and stuff there. People associated with Kill Tony there. And then they kind of got like a red and like purplish brown kind of colorway there. A purplish and brown colorway. And then the diamonds are pretty standard there for the diamonds. That's standard design. And once again, you got the core cards, Jack, Queen, King of diamonds here. In that brown and purple colorway with a little bit of red there. And they got those custom faces there. Still not sure. I'm not going to know any of the faces. But they got those custom faces, so some of you might recognize them. And then we got the clubs, Jack, Queen, King of clubs once again. That custom colorway with the custom faces. Other than that, the core cards are pretty standard. And then you got the standard clubs, which we've all seen. And then lastly, we got the hearts, Jack, Queen, King of Hearts. Once again, the custom faces and that custom colorway. And then the rest of the hearts are just that standard heart design. And then the last two cards in the deck is we got a bear in that kind of goldish brown colorway that says roar at the bottom. And then you got a cat in that same kind of brownish gold colorway that says meow. Yeah. And now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. And first start with the springs. And there's not going to be really much with the springs, as the springs are pretty much the same for most cards. Yeah. But straight out of the box, these are like a thinner crushed stock because they have like a really good flex to them. Like they flex almost too much. Well, not too bad though. So they're definitely nice and smooth straight out of the box, which is nice. Definitely no issues with the springs. But I can definitely tell you it's a thinner crushed stock because they got that nice flex to it straight out of the box. No stiffness at all. Now on to the fans. And as you can see, they spread pretty evenly. You can see most of the pips and numbers, and wheel stickiness or clumpiness to the cards. Now on to the Pharaoh. Pretty smooth Pharaoh there, and they interlock and wave pretty nicely. Now for that giant fan of the back design. And now for that reverse Pharaoh. The reverse Pharaoh wasn't quite as smooth. They were still pretty smooth. I just slightly had to push them together, but they interlocked and wave nicely. Now for the giant fan of the faces. And now time for the Riffle Shuffle or Bridge Shuffle. Pretty nice riffle shuffles and bridge shuffles. Not like super crazy smooth, but they are still pretty new, so they have to be broken in just slightly. You just gotta do like 4 or 5 riffles, and then they're pretty much be good. Because they're just pretty smooth. Still though. So now we'll move on to the pack cuts. We're gonna say pretty nice pack cuts to pack it pretty good. They stay packaged pretty good. They're not like overly slippery. Pretty nice package. Pretty average though, because most decks pack it pretty much the same. Now time for that one-handed cut or Shirley cut. And now time for the dribble. They definitely have the more grip with the back design up, and a little less grip with the faces up. Once those smooth dribbles there. Now for that spread fan. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, like I say, a pretty fantastic deck. And I like that it's with first playing cards from Chris Ramsay there. Pretty nice that he's like reaching out to other people and making other types of decks too, which is pretty fun there. And they did one that I wasn't expecting from Kill Tony. I'm not really like too familiar with Kill Tony, but I know that it's a podcast of some sort. I never listened to it, but I'm gonna have to check it out now. But it's a pretty nice back on there. I like their logo there. Pretty nice looking there. And then with that nice yellow contrast there. And then you got the faces, which are pretty standard, because this is a pretty standard deck. But then you got the court cards there, which are that swapped color, that kind of brown and like purplish colorway there, with the custom faces there. All the court cards have different faces, and I'm guessing they're different people from the Kill Tony podcast, or something like that. That's my guess. So pretty simplistic like faces. But you have that paired with that nice back design there. And then for the handling, these are made by the United States Playing Company. So they handle fantastic. And they are like a thinner crush stock because they feel like definitely like a thinner deck. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. This has been day 365 of a daily deck review. This has been the Kill Tony playing cards from First Playing Cards by Chris Ramsay. And I'm the Canadian Collector signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.